I gotta tell you, I have a lot of opinions on today's edition of WrestleMania, the Sunday edition of WrestleMania. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Make sure to drop your comments, your opinions, your questions in the chat below, and we'll get to those as well. But how can you not talk about the main event, right? John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, the WWE Championship on the line. Can John win number 17? Is Cody gonna be able to successfully retain the title that he's held for over a year? I'm looking at people here in the chat. I can already see you guys. Shout out to Luis here. Says, I don't know how to feel. Peter Parker says, just like that, our big holiday weekend is over. Alex says, we need your POV. Cena sucks. The man is back. I see Sylvia as well. What's going on, my friend? Counting the minutes to listen to Jose's points. The main event was was a 2008 episode of SmackDown. You know, it was very difficult to pinpoint at what point I realized, after last year's WrestleMania, it was an all-time high. Between the Seth Rollins versus Damian Priest matchup, Io Sky versus Bayley, Becky versus Rhea. Obviously, you had the whole Cody Rhodes and Roman situation. It was an all-time high. It's very difficult to match that energy that they had at last year's Mania. I think this year's Mania had a few great matches there. Both triple threat matches, the men and women, were stellar. I thoroughly enjoyed the Intercontinental Championship as well. I enjoyed the Women's Championship matchup for Tiffany and Charlotte. I looked at today's card and I thought it was a little bit better than yesterday's. I think today's undercard was better than yesterday's. I do think the main event of the triple threat, Roman, Punk, and Seth, was the better main event. It's hard not to talk about the Cody versus Cena and not be a fan. And that was one of the first things that we discussed after the show, my family and I. It was that difference in when I go online, when I go on the stream, do I approach it as a fan or as, the commentator, the guy who has his opinions on the product? And I'm going to talk about it as a fan. I don't think the match lived up to the hype. They set up so much hype and anticipation between Cena and Cody. It was almost impossible to match that energy. I thought for the most part it was a good match, for what it was. But for the main event of WrestleMania, it lacked something there for me. No Rock at all, which I thought was a choice because he was so instrumental in the Cody saga, especially with John Cena turning heel. Got no signs of him. We got Travis Scott, which was nice to see Cody get his, his receipt for that slap that he got at Elimination Chamber. But John Cena is now a 17-time WWE champion, breaking the record by Ric Flair, who had 16 world championships, allegedly, depending on who you ask, because the math there sometimes isn't mathing. But regardless, John Cena is a 17-time WWE champion. I see in the chat here, no Rock, no Austin. It's tough, man. Night 2, I think the females triple threat was the match of the night for me. I'd have to agree, Dan. I have to agree with you, buddy. Night 2 was generally good. Dom winning IC was money. Yeah, Dominic winning the championship was awesome. What did John Cena do for his entrance? Was it really a receipt? Fair enough, Dion. Fair enough. What did he do for his entrance? It was an all-black entrance. It was just, spotlight, black letters, John Cena, his name being there, the slow walk to the ring. Nothing spectacular. It was very much reminiscent of like Batista in 2010. Spotlight on John, no pomp, no circumstance. Nothing really special. John Cena gets the victory. The ending to Cena and Cody was crazy to me, honestly. Yeah, I mean, to see the ref bump, to see Travis Scott get involved, I did enjoy the struggle for Cody. Because Cena made the comment of, you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to make a decision. Do you want to be the good guy or do you want to be the bad guy? And seeing Cody almost struggle with that decision and ultimately choosing to go the way of the good guy bears well for his character arc. And I did talk about that in the prediction video that I uploaded earlier today. That I had Cena winning was the reasoning behind that was because it was going to give Cody another step in his character arc. We have to see the redemption for Cody. We have to see that Cody wasn't 100% ready. He couldn't beat John Cena. He's not there yet. When he is, he'll beat John, he'll get that title back. But that's down the line.